What? No one ever leaps into action that quickly on a Sunday, do they? Let's face it. Hello again. Lovely to have your company, as always. We've got an hour with Pink Frog, and that means that the amazing Dawn Macfie is back with us. Welcome back, Dawn.
Hello, right.
Nice to see you
yes.
again. We've got something in this show which is a new configuration of something which is your brainchild, I believe.
It is indeed,
and
yes.
it's so nice. I can tell that actually when you've been making up the samples for what we're about to see on this show, it's done with love, with respect, with like true passion. I can see you've completely lost yourself into this.
And so much enjoyment.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's amazing. You're going to have a real journey with us in the next hour, actually, because we are talking about memory books from Pink Frog. As I say, Dawn's brainchild, which is brilliant, and we've got a brand new colourway. And I have to say to you, it's a colourway that you might associate quite rightly and quite reverently, actually, back to maybe sort of like a 1980s kind of feel, and I really like that. The use of brown and cream, because brown and cream, they're both colours that easily, well, ivory, let's call this ivory, shall we? They're colours that, you know, they can fall out of fashion. It's quite nice to kind of bring them back and revive them, because we're talking about a memory kind of album. You don't really want the colour of the album itself to detract from the beauty and the memories and the kind of, you know, the authenticity of what you're trying to achieve. So I think this is absolutely brilliant. Now, obviously, you're looking there at something which lacks a little bit of hanger appeal, which is the actual cardstock itself. Come and have a look at the finished albums, because these are just beautiful. They're really nice. It's a new colourway as well, and you can make all four, which is fantastic. So you've got enough cardstock to make four, and it's such a lovely concept, Dawn. Talk me through it briefly, if you will.
Well, I've been making, like, scrapbooking and making mini books for years. Yeah. And it was just so nice when Pink Frog asked me to come and join them and make some memory books and do some scrapbooking. Yeah. And the nice thing about this kit, and this is the thing, this comes as a kit. So you've got your large landscape portrait kit that you're looking at here.
Absolutely. And so you can go either way around, can't you?
You can. Yeah. So with this, originally, it was just going to be the landscape version.
OK.
But when I got my hands on the cardstock and I started designing with it, I thought, well, hang on, we can do both versions here. So why not give the crafters out there more options?
This is brilliant.
So,
and do you know what I love about the landscape one as well? It's very akin to the kind of sizes at the moment. I bet if you go through that drawer that's absolutely chock-a-block full of photo albums, they're about this size, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? We all know the ones with loads of flippy, flappy plastic pages and whatever. And the photos aren't really being treated very well in those either, are they?
No. What Pink Frog have bought you here is, this is true cardstock.
Yeah.
And Pink Frog True cardstock is acid and lignin free. So this is going to preserve your photographs and also any memorabilia you've got, any tickets you've got, any sort of invitations, news cuttings. You know, this is going to preserve them in the correct way. We're going to talk about that as we go through the show.
We are, and that's why there's lots and lots of pockets in here as well. Now, of course, Pink Frog are also giving us, in this show, all of, well, everything you need. Let's start with the albums. Let's keep it nice and simple to start with. Let's talk about the albums. Now, with this kit here, you can make 4 of the albums. Now, it's completely your choice as to which configuration you make them. You can make them all portrait if you want to, so a little bit taller, or you can make them all landscape if you want, or you can do a combination of the two. It's absolutely brilliant, this. It comes with Dawn's full instructions, and there will be, coming up very soon, also a full video
step-by-step
workshop as well.
Yeah.
Which is really good. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on as well, because you might never have done this before. For £20.99, if you think of how much you can pay for just one single photo album out there that's just plastic wallets, that gives no consideration to the life of your photographs, your documents, your postcards, whatever it may be, compared to this, which is true cardstock, which is all acid and lignin free. This is such a lovely idea. I can't wait to keep showing you the finished samples here as well. And Dawn's going to talk us through the process of creating one as well. It's lovely. So that's the large one. 174852 is your item number. Now, there's also a medium version here as well, which is, as the name suggests, slightly smaller. So if I compare the size of the two landscape ones there. That's the one that we've just been talking about. I should have picked a different colour, really, shouldn't I, to match it. And this is the medium, so slightly smaller. So actually, I think you'll want a kind of variety of them. If not, get a set of each. Do you know what I mean? Because actually, while they are at the... Hang on a minute. Hang on. Rewind just a minute. This kit, again, makes 4 albums, Dawn, right?
It does. It does indeed.
I'm looking at the price tag there, and I'm thinking... Yep. That's talking... You're giving me the power of making an album for around about £4,
yes.
Which is ridiculous.
And we're not taking away your creativity, because
no.
you can decorate these in so many different ways, whether you want to use pattern paper, whether you want to use our Pink Frog stamps and your inks and really go to town. You know, I know you crafters at home, you've got loads of stuff in your craft stash, haven't you?
Absolutely.
So this is the bare bones. And then you can use your creativity on how you want to decorate it. The choice is yours. Great for gifts.
Yes,
perfect for gifts. And I know that big event's coming up.
Yes, of course it is.
And these make brilliant gifts as well.
Yeah, they do. But I think actually, you know what, for a significant, well, not even a significant birthday, just as a... Actually, my dad did something for me like a few years ago, and he actually wrote a book of the story of his life, and he made the book and whatever. And also, he's been getting together collections of things and people and just, you know, pictures of people that I've never met who were part of his life, and then little explanations as to who these people were and where they were, and this was a holiday here, and this was me at my first workplace, and all of that kind of thing. And I just think this is a lovely, lovely way to kind of treasure that and keep that forever. And actually, we forget to stop sometimes and record these things. And it doesn't have to be a long-winded thing at all. We can be talking about putting something together like this relatively simply as well. There's no... I mean, this is not... You know, this is not building the Forth Road Bridge at all, is it?
No, I've designed this so a beginner can do it. I had my 7-year-old niece in the summer in the garden making one of these. She made the small landscape version. She's never used a scoreboard tool. Yep. And I had her sat in the garden, and I sat with her in her own time, and we did it step by step. And yes, the score in the first couple weren't quite straight on the score lines, but she persevered and she did it, and the delight in her face was
I can imagine.
Just second to none.
Well, you know, if you think about how the way the pages are constructed here, it protects, because you're not about sticking your photos down necessarily. You can do if you want to.
I would say yes. Again, using the correct adhesive.
Right.
We bring you the photo glue.
Yes.
That's the correct adhesive, and I'm going to show you that that is not going to ruin any of your photographs.
And do you know what? I've never seen the photo glue before, actually. But Dawn will talk us through it a little bit later on as well, because we do it like a kind of triple pack of it. It's really good, and it's by Kalal. And I trust Kalal with my glue. I love their dimensional glue. I absolutely love that, so I know I'm going to love the photo glue as well. So, the medium, again, it makes 4 albums. Your choice, whether you want to make them all portrait or landscape, a mix of either. You can. $15.99. You've got to get those as quickly as you can, haven't you? 318017. Now, they are new colourways in kits that you have seen before. What we've got here as well is your black and white, because a lot of people do like to do memory albums, or it might be wedding albums, or whatever it might be. You might want to do that in black and white. So this is, again, your large, but in black and white this time. And again, I always think it's good. It's great to see, you know, how you can do it. There are the different orientations, portrait and landscape here, so the large sizes. But I love to see, and Dawn has spent so much time creating these finished samples that, you know, it would be absolutely rude of us not to have a little look. I love these pages here where you've got... They're like pockets, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
For keeping your bits and pieces.
Derek, they don't take very long to put together,
Amazing.
Honestly, they don't take very long at all.
Because actually, it's decorating, and it's actually getting together all of those memories that is the fun bit of this, isn't it? So you want to get to that relatively as quickly as you can. And of course, you can have the album exactly the way you want to as well, which I think is really, really lovely. So you can decorate the front of these mats with pictures or logos or toppers or whatever you want to. You can make it so, so personal. I absolutely love it. Seriously, I've got loads and loads of samples, which I'll show you through the show as well. 215985 is your item number there. Just £20.99. And listen, this is not something you need to rush into either. Yes, it's a great time of year to be buying it right now, but don't put yourself under the pressure of saying, oh, that'll make a great Christmas present, I must get it done in time. Don't put that pressure on yourself. get the kits home and enjoy. Remember, crafting is about enjoyment. It's about taking that time out, isn't it? Now, we also have the medium set. Again, makes 4 albums for you in the black and white here. So you can make them all landscape or all portraits, completely and utterly up to you. Now, Dawn, tell me again the story about... Let me just make sure I've got this one the right way round. Yes, there we go. Tell me the story of this one that I've got in my hand.
Right,
This is really special, isn't it?
It is very special. It was, obviously, I recently lost my mother and my father, and in there is my mum's first birthday cards.
That's just
now,
amazing.
in those days, they came as postcards.
Yes.
And on the back is written all the messages from people that have sent her messages. Well, I've stored them. They fit perfectly in that medium size. So they are all stored correctly. They are not going to colour. They're not going to get damaged.
Yeah.
They are stored in the correct way for future generations to look at. And that is the nice thing about them. They
are stunning and beautiful, and I'm sorry I've collapsed the rest of the set in the process of showing you that, but I'll sort that out in a minute. Right, listen, that's so special and so treasured, and I'll apologise if I need to about the brief appearance of nudity there, but it was from a long time ago. 205451, and it was all done in the best possible taste, as Kenny Everett would have said. 205451 is your item number for that one. Then again, it makes 4 albums at $15.99. Let's go to the website because there's lots more there as well. We've got 12 by 12 versions of these fabulous albums as well. You found those already. They're already very popular. There's loads of cardstock, of course. It wouldn't be a Pink Frog show without masses of cardstock. And it's true cardstock as well. So when we hear the words true cardstock, is that what we mean when we say acid and lignin free?
Yes, so with Pink Frog, if it's got true,
yes, that
is acid and lignin free.
Brilliant. That's good to know. Now, you've also got the photo glue there from Kalau. It comes as a 3-pack for $10.98. Oh, my word, that's amazing. We've also, sorry, $11.97. We've also got the red liner tape as well, which comes in massive quantities as well, like 4 different sizes and 30 metres on each one. So check those out. Lots of stamps, of course, with it being a Pink Frog show as well. So check all of those out on the website. Listen, I could be here until 3:45 telling you just what's on the show, to be honest with you. But this is all about the glory and the joy of making these fantastic memory albums. And they are so special. And the thing is about memory albums, Dawn, is they're different things to every single person who makes them.
Yes, this is it. We've all got photographs on our phones, on our computers, in boxes, in shoe boxes, in drawers.
Yeah.
Get them stored correctly. Let the future generations enjoy them. You know, I found out, you know, people's names aren't written on the back of photographs. We don't know who these people are. These could be relatives. We haven't got a clue. So talk to everybody, write on the back what they are, get them stored correctly, and you're going to have so much fun with these. And I will warn you, they are addictive.
Well, that's why
they are very addictive.
I think that's why, because Dawn was the driver of these packages as well. I think that's why you've kind of not dictated, but you've given us 4 to make in one kit, because you know that one is never going to be enough.
One is never going to be enough, and I do hear from you, and I know many people that have made them, bought another one, made them, bought another one. I get lovely messages on social media, and the nice thing is they're a joy to make. I've designed it so a beginner can do it, a beginner crafter can do it. Okay, that's the thing about it. We don't want to make it difficult.
Right.
Okay,
take me on the journey.
Let's get started. First of all, I just want to go through those colours because
go for it.
This true ivory and the true brown is absolutely amazing. I'm putting it against the black and the white here so you can see, because I think it's got a softer look. And, you know, yes, we've done black and white, and they go great with papers and things like that, and you can ink on them. And this is it. Don't just think because this is true cardstock, you can't do your inky techniques on it, because you can. OK?
Great.
So, in the instructions, I'm giving you everything you're going to need to make them.
Thank heavens.
And they are very quick to make. So I've gone ahead and I've cut my cardstock all ready to make the cover.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to pop this in my scoreboard. I'm working in, this is in centimetres.
Right.
So all the instructions you get are in centimetres. So I just need to go along, got my measurement, and I need to score this at 5 centimetres on the long side, from one end. So you're going to do that on both pieces of your cover. Okay, let me bring that down. That's as quick as that is to do.
That it?
Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to burnish this, and you will see when I burnish this with the bone folder, you don't get any cracking or creasing in that cardstock. That is absolutely perfect.
Fantastic.
And when we're making mini albums, this is what I call the foundations. Get the foundations right, like a house, and everything else will come together. And these books will last years. I've been making memory books for many a year. And the ones I made in the beginning are still as good as the ones I make today. Yeah. Because it's down to the foundation. So just take your time and enjoy.
And I think if they're interesting, you go back to them and you'll visit them more often, won't you? I mean, I think of, like, everyone has that bottom drawer stuffed full of those little scrappy albums that you think, oh, I can't be bothered because I don't know what's... It's a mix and match. I don't know what's in there. We go from a wedding to you know, to Benidorm on an old holiday to, you know... to a 6-year-old's tea party, and it's a mess, isn't it, really? This is a good way of getting those memories sort of organised a bit more, isn't it?
Now, I've joined those two together. Yeah. I haven't gone over that score line, so these two join up to make the cover. OK. OK, so that is joined together, and I've used our EVA glue. And why have I used our EVA glue?
Because it's the best.
Well, it's the best, yes. It dries very quickly, but also it's acid and lignin free.
Oh, of course, which is really important on this project.
Very important. So it's bringing everything together. Yes. So there's the cover done. OK. Just need
to let you know on the brown and ivory, the large albums. I'm not surprised at all. Over 20% of the large brown and ivory set already sold. Not surprised.
Right. I'm not surprised. The colour is stunning.
Yeah, it is lovely.
Now, to make the hinge, this is where I've kept this very simple, and with working with Pink Frog, they've helped me do that. We've got our cardstock here. So in the large, you're going to have your cardstock that's 15 centimetres by 42. OK. Now, to make the hinge, we're going to actually use a card base. We're keeping it simple, as simple as possibly can. So you're just going to have the long piece of your card base in your trimmer, and you're going to make 3 cuts to make your hinge system. All the measurements are in your kit, all ready to go, so you haven't got to think about it. So I'm not going to rattle off loads of measurements for you. OK. OK, I'm keeping this very simple because I know it's not always easy to get everything done in the time we have. Yeah. So that's the 3 pieces cut for my hinge. Now, you've got that spare. Keep that, because that can be an extra photo mat. Easily. So don't throw anything away. Cool. So I'm going to start with the large one, and I'm going to score this in at 2 centimetres on each end. And then I've got the medium one, which I'm going to do at 1.5. And you're doing this on each end, and I like to turn it round. I could give you the measurements the other end, but I'm keeping it as simple as possible for you. I like this
method. I do like this method. It's just a lot easier to follow, isn't it?
It is a lot easier to follow.
You know when you've got 2 score lines, you're done.
It is very easy to follow. This is what it's all about.
It needs to be, yeah.
This is what it's all about. So, you know what I'm going to say now?
Burnish.
We are going to burnish. And don't be afraid about burnishing. As I've shown you with this cardstock, everything on it, it just scores, folds absolutely beautifully. So I'm burnishing all these pieces down very quickly.
You're absolutely loving this colour combination. I'm so glad that you are as well. We are busy on the phone lines now. Thank you for your patience. If you can use the web, I know we say this all the time, if you can use the web, then you'll save yourself a little bit of time there. If not, just bear with us. We'll be with you as quickly as we can.
Right, now I'm going in with the red liner tape. OK. Again, acid and lignin free. Right. The only part on the red liner tape that isn't is the cover that you're going to take off and throw away, Derek. Cool. So this is, again, brilliant to use, keeping it simple. So you're only actually going to put red liner tape on the small one and the medium one. This large one, you're not going to put anything on at all. This is a stack the deck hinge system. So we're going to stack it up, but I've added a counterlever back, which enables the books to open flat. and I will show you this. So you're going to put your red liner tape on. Now you can put it on one side and just snip it as I've done it. On the videos that I'm bringing out, you will see that again I'm showing you saving tips. You can put it on, wrap it round because you need your tape on both sides. Okay, now the red liner tape I'm using, this is the 12mm.
Yes.
And I would recommend for the portrait landscape, for the piece I'm doing at the moment, which is the spine, you're going to need either your 12mm or 9mm.
Right.
9mm is a definite for the portrait, and I'll show you why, because it's slightly different.
Okay.
And also in the kit, you get 6mm and 3mm, which are perfect for the pockets, and I'll show you that as well. So you're going to need all 4 sizes.
Okay. If you already have red liner tape in your life, remember that this bundle here is all acid and ligament free as well. So you get 30 metres of your 3, your 6, your 9 and your 12mm for $13.99. Honestly, we need to have a word with Andy, don't we, about pricing here. This is really, really good.
Right, another little top tip with your red liner tape. You know people struggle to get it all off, OK? Once you put it on, I'm going to burnish one side. If you just take this time to burnish it, I take my fingers away, that's unburnished, that's burnished. What's happening is I've pushed the fibres of the glue that's in the red liner tape into the fibres of the paper. So when I come to remove the red liner tape, it will remove without any problem at all. So it's a little top tip for you.
That's brilliant because I do love red liner tape, but everyone has that little wrestle, don't they?
They do. Right, so I'm not going to go ahead and put the rest of the red liner tape on because I've got a Blue Peter moment, as we say. So here we go. I've done them all here. So, and I've just mitered the small and the medium, just on the ends.
Okay.
Just cut that off. So now we can start putting this together. Okay. So I'm going in again with my EVA. So this is the bit that's going to be the counterbalance hinge. So you're going to put EVA. I just like to go round the edge. I've got control with this bottle, Derek. I can squeeze it without too much pressure. I've got ladies that craft with me and I do workshops and they just love it because I do have ladies with dexterity problems and I do have gentlemen that come and craft with me and make memory books and folios as well. So I'm not going to forget them because I shall be thrown out the door, I think, if I forget them in. I've got that first one in while I'm doing that. But yes, and they've all said to me, they've got these now. And they've said, Dawn, where have these been all our lives?
They're because you've got a
so
longer tip.
Easy to use.
You get 2 of them. The details are up on the screen now for you. We'll show you as well. Here they are. So you both get the one that's a little bit more like a pen, so it's a little bit longer, and the one that's very, very easy to hold in the hand. It's the length of the nib and the size of the tip, actually, that do make the difference. If you're doing detailing dies as well with lots of filigree and stuff like that, these are absolute genius. They really are.
They are total genius, yes. So I'm just laying that last one on there. And again, when I'm happy with where it is, I'm giving that a burnish. So I've got my layers of my hinge there. The nice thing as well about the EVA glue is it dries quickly. So also, don't forget to wipe your tip before you put your lid on. OK, this just helps everything stay put. So I'm just going to pop that on there. But I'm going to be using it again in a minute. Now, we're going to put the hinge system in, and I want to show you the difference with this hinge system. I'll bring in this sample here that Heather made me. Now, with the books, the way it's designed is a stack the deck hinge system, but by having the counterbalance on it, your book opens flat. Can you see? It opens flat. So as you look at the pages, it's nice and flat. So you haven't got this where you're wrestling to try and open the pockets because it all lays flat nicely. The other nice thing is if you're making this as a gift and you think, oh, well, I've got that large bit there, Dawn, I've got to make a special box to get that in the post. If you just slide it to one side, it's not going to damage your hinge.
OK. That's
and it
clever.
makes it a little bit flatter.
Yes.
To post. So you could wrap that in some bubble wrap or something,
Yes.
and a jiffy bag, and that could go in the post quite happily like that.
Yeah, because these are super sturdy as
They
well.
are.
What's the GSM of the cardstock, Dawn, in this?
I think it's a 300.
Right, OK. So it's brilliant because it's
290 or
just
300. I think it's
right,
300.
isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
it is.
It's just right.
It is perfect. So now we're going to attach our hinge to our cover.
OK.
OK, so it fits perfectly
Yeah.
in there. I've done all the thinking and the measuring for you. You haven't got
Thank
to
you.
worry at all. I've done it. Now, there's an easy way to put this in as well.
OK.
So the hinge is just a little bit smaller, top and bottom.
Yes.
If I lay that there, you'll have a little gap top and bottom.
Yeah.
So it sits nicely like you would have your pages in a book.
Of course. Yeah.
You're going to fold one of these wings back. And again, you're going to go in with your EVA glue. Nicely around the edge. And a little squiggle in the middle. You're going to go up to the scored edge, but you're not going over it, otherwise your book will not shut.
OK.
OK, so just get yourself comfortable with where it is with the top and the bottom. Make sure you can put your cover up straight as well. When you're happy with where that is, fold that back, and you know what I'm going to say.
Burnish.
Burnish it.
Yeah.
By burnishing it, what we're doing is, can you see I've got a bit too much glue that end, that's
Yeah.
just slightly coming out.
Yeah.
Do not worry, because EVA dries clear. But what it's doing is it's pushing the fibres, or that glue, into the fibres of the paper. This is your construction. This is like building a house. OK, and then we're going to take the other side now. Again, the same thing. I've got that precision with this glue. This is what I feel confident about. I'm just going to pop the lid on there. And then this time, you're just going to push it underneath, and that will fit perfectly on the spine. When you're happy with where it is, you've got this little piece on this side, burnish that down, and then go in between the two and burnish again. And there you go, that is your cover and your spine constructed. And that was as easy as that.
See, that's fantastic, isn't it? Because when that part of the process is that simple and straightforward, you know you're going to enjoy making them as well. There won't be a chore to make. And you know what? These, absolutely, you need the 4, don't you? You definitely need the 4. You think of all of those albums that you've got right now, and think of, you know, making some for your own pure pleasure. A third of the stock of the large set has already sold out and gone, by the way. And remember what we're heading to here as well. So Dawn's shown us the hinge system already, but here's what we're heading to. All acid and lignin free, of course, because the card stock is. But you've got these wonderful, wonderful pages which open up and reveal and are going to protect all of your precious memories. And remember, it's not always just about photographs. It's about, as Dawn says, it's old tickets, it's old postcards, it's things that you want to keep and to treasure for a long, long time. And remember, you can make them in portrait or you can make them in landscape, whichever you choose, or a mixture of the two. You've got all the materials that you need to be able to do it. And think of all the papers that you have got. Might be old newspapers and cuttings and photos and whatever. You've got it all in your collection already. Most of what you need, you already have. You just need this as the building block, as Dawn said, the foundation, and you build your houses and you'll be back for more, I'm absolutely sure. A third of the stock sold out here at £20.99 in this brand new colourway, which is the brown and the ivory, which is such a lovely vintage combination of colours together, but not too vintage. Do you know what I mean? It's not going back so far. It just gives you that kind of, they're kind of reassuring colours as a backdrop for your memories, I think. It's wonderful. I love it. The item number there, 174852. Now, remember, there's a medium as well. So that's the large set at £20.99. But you also have a medium set as well. Now, let me do this properly this time. Let me compare a medium and a large together, just to show you how well they work together. They complement beautifully. They're absolutely wonderful. They really are. Now, this one, the medium, again, same deal, same colourways here with that, that ivory and the brown. and you can make 4 of your albums here. Again, your choice of whether you make them portrait or landscape, and I have to say, again, you think of all those photo albums you've got in drawers. They're about this size, aren't they? They're nowhere near as attractive as this. They've just got little flappy plastic sheets and lots of photos in a real jumble. If you could get them into something like these, you just make a great big. You could go year by year. You could go person by person.
They make a nice handbag size as well.
Well, that's true, actually. Yes, they would, wouldn't they? They're amazing. They really are. Nice little travel journals as well. I mean, not just, you know, memory albums are not just about photos. They're about journaling where you've been, what you've done. So your detail number for here, sorry, I can't see the telly, 318017 is your item number for that one. Right, OK, let's go to the photo glue that we've got. It's from Kalal. It comes as a triple pack there for you, and they are really, really good. I love Kalal. I mean, you know Kalal as well. The all-purpose glue and the 3D dimensional glue that they do is absolutely incredible. So this is 3 lots of the photo glue. Again, acid and lignin free. And again, Dawn, you're going to show how this completely, you know, it goes invisible. It doesn't change the appearance of photos of, well, Dawn will show you because she's got more examples actually of how this works. 272177 is your item number. And actually, talking of that, let's address that now, Dawn, as well, actually, the photo glue, because well, you've got loads of things you can show us.
I have. I'm going to show you that. You could pick up that large... Yes.
This one?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, hang on just one second. I just want to talk to you about the 12 by 12 folio set as well. We have got brown and ivory in this one. Hold that thought, Dawn. I'm coming back.
Yeah, no.
So the 12 by 12 folio, which is this size here, is the most incredible. And again, this, Dawn, is a very, very special... Thank you so much for bringing this in and sharing it with us as well, because this is very personal to you, this one, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell me about this one.
So this is my father when he was in he used to do national service, didn't they?
They did,
They did. And this is all his national service pictures.
Right.
So I've got a few more at home to find as well to put in. And I just thought, as for the family, because I'm archiving everything, I'm one of 4 and I've been picked to archive the family pictures. Yeah. So let's get them all in one place. So when I meet up with my brothers and sisters, I can just take a load of albums with me and share.
I haven't got an
You
arm
need longer
span.
arms, don't you, Derek?
I do need longer arms for this as well. There is lots in here, lots of pockets for memories. And again, if you've got photos like this, you know how important it is to keep them safe and keep them protected for the long life of the history that they'll go on carrying. Because you want those photos to look as pristine when 3 generations down the line are looking at this album. In, you know, 100 years' time, you want them to have that real family history.
You do.
It's really incredible. So we've got the 12 by 12. Again, there are full instructions with this as well. So they're the brown and ivory at $23.99. Again, everything you need and full instructions are there for you.
There are full instructions in there. You've got the brown and the ivory. Now, the sample that's on the front there, where you've got the brown with the ivory on the top.
Yes.
Or the black with the white on the top.
Yeah.
You've got enough in that kit, if you do it that way and then add your papers or your stamping on, to make 2 full albums.
Oh, awesome.
However, you can stretch it, Derek.
Yeah, go on.
And make more. So at the back...
Oh, yes.
No, not even with that.
Oh.
Get the cream one with the little owl on the front.
This one?
That's it, that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So this one, Heather's done for me.
Right.
And this is just with the single colour with pattern paper on. Now, if you do that, you could stretch your kit to make up to 4.
Oh, amazing.
So this is where I start designing these things and you can get more out of them.
I love the way they open. Do you know they open a bit like, you know when you get a double album records, kids of a certain age?
Yes.
You know when you used to buy a double LP?
Yeah.
And it opens up and it opens up again. It's almost like that, but it's really fantastic. I mean,
that's
look
what
at
a folio is.
Yes.
That's where a folio is different to a memory book or memory album, because a folio just keeps opening out, whereas a book and an album just opens up like a book. So.
I need a big mantelpiece to show you these, because they are just extraordinary. They really, really are. OK, so black and white details as well. So we can go up to 4 if we substitute one of the colours.
You don't have to substitute any colours. If you have got the kit, if you just add pattern papers to the single colour, you can make 4.
Oh,
If you're going to do it like they are there, where you've got the 2 colour tone.
Yes.
So you're going to do 2 like that with the 2 colour tone.
Oh, you can make 2.
You can make 2.
Oh, I gotcha.
But if you do it with the single colour.
Yes.
And pattern papers, and you do that, you can do that 4 times.
You can double it up.
So you can, yeah. The choice is yours.
Oh, it's amazing. And remember, there is so much true colour cardstock on the show as well. And remember, every time you see the word true in a cardstock description here at Pink Frog, it means that it is acid and lignin free. It means that it's perfect for working with all of the projects that we're showing you on the show. Remember all the glues that are on the show as well. So the liner tape, the photo glue and everything else, that's all acid and lignin free. Nice segue, Derek, because now we can go back to talk about photo glue again.
You can. So over here, what I've got is, now, this is probably what a lot of you have got at home. You've got something. My mum did this. This was a newspaper cutting. This was me when I was a little girl. And, of course, bless her, she's put it on a bit of cardboard.
Oh, is that you? Show us again. Show us again. Which one's you?
That one.
Hey, look at your body, little hat.
I know. This was Easter bonnet, yes. Village fate.
Beautiful.
But, of course, she stuck it down with sellotape.
Yes,
and look what's happened. It's damaged it. OK, so there's nothing...
It's such a proud moment being in the paper,
and it's the only one. There's no others like this, so I can't do anything with it. So that's what not to do with your newspaper cuttings.
Yeah, we've all been there, haven't we?
But I'm going to show you what you can do with your newspaper cuttings. So here I've got a newspaper cutting. This is my Nana and Grandad on their golden wedding. But I have preserved this because I've stuck this down with our photo glue. You can't see it through the paper. So that is preserved exactly how it should be.
I'm gonna say to you, that's because you know what you're doing.
Well, no,
show me as a complete novice who's never used this glue before. There's my challenge to you, because I've never used this before.
OK, so this is a picture of my mum when she was 17. OK.
Oh, lovely picture.
Now, I've stuck this down with photo glue.
Yeah.
Now, if I'd used my EVA glue, it's acid and lignin free, but I'm not going to be able to move that photo ever again.
Ah, OK, so you've...
Right. Yeah. With the photo glue, I can take it off.
Oh, so it leaves it kind of tacky.
So it leaves it like a gum, which you can rub away.
Oh. But it's not. But it's not deteriorating the back of the photo either.
It's not deteriorating the back of the photo. Now, most glues, well, a lot of glues, we tell you to store downwards. Yeah. Apart from the EVA, because if you've got it in that fantastic bottle, you don't need to.
No.
But a lot of glues we say go downwards. Yeah. Like your. I'm just going to try and dig it out. No, I haven't got it with me. My 3D glue gel, we say get it all down the bottom.
That's right, yeah.
Right. Yeah. You don't have to do this with this. OK. OK. Personally, when I've got this in my craft bag, I've got it stood up like that. OK. OK. Because as soon as you open that lid, it starts coming out. It's runnier. OK, right. So don't be put off. Yeah. OK. It's alive. So that's why I store mine upwards. OK. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to... That's really kind, actually, because I feel guilty now. I've made you do it from scratch. No, no, no. This is a lovely old photo, but... Not a problem at all. So I put the glue around the edge. Yeah. You do have quite a lot of wiggle room with this, so do not panic. OK. And again, I'm just pressing gently, because I don't want to damage the photograph, because this is a very old photograph. Of course, yeah. About 70 years old, so, yeah, no pressure. How lovely. Live TV, 70-year-old. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much, Dawn. So that now is back down. I've not got to worry about that. Yeah. And if you like, you've got your cook, like, can you see where the photo's got slightly damaged, where it's been in a box, if you've got the corners up? What would you do? Would you just put a book on it for a couple of hours or something, just to flatten it out? It won't take long at all. It won't take long at all, Derek. This is the nice thing about it. Now, don't just think your photo glue is for photos, because we've talked about memorabilia like your newspaper cuttings, because, again, these can be matted and layered, and these can be preserved in your books. I'm just smiling because so many people, you know what, everyone in their life, they say everyone in their life at one point or another will be in their local paper.
and I'm sure you've all got cuttings somewhere in a drawer or whatever, and they're all folded up and hidden away and whatever, because you don't really know, because once you've stuck them down to something, you think, well, that's it, it's stuck there. If I try and get it off, I've ruined it, and I've only got one, like Dawn said before, where with her appearance in the paper, that's the only one she's got. She's never likely to find another one the same. The photo glue, I have to say, stocks are disappearing very, very quickly. I've never seen this product before, I'm going to be honest with you. It's acid and lignin free. You can use it for any of your albums. Even if you're not, you know, sort of involved in the kits that you're getting today, this would be definitely one to have in your craft stash.
Because this is what I'm saying. And it's not just that, it's your memorabilia.
Yes.
So this is a little ticket. This is from 1961.
What is
it? So it's my dad used to do photography, and he had a print done. He had one of these big prints done because he used to enter competitions, and this is what I found. So I wanted to share with you the fact that even when it's old, you can keep it. You can't see that glue through that ticket, can you?
5 shillings and 8
Yeah,
pence.
you can't see it.
No, you can't at all.
I've used it on, this is mulberry paper. You know that mulberry paper?
Oh, yes,
so
yes,
again, think about your crafting. OK, so yes, we're preserving memories, but you can use it for your crafting because, again, you can't see it.
Yeah.
I have done it on a piece of vellum.
Yeah.
You can slightly see it.
You can see it, but it's not leaching through.
Not very much.
No.
Now, I've got a friend of mine who's a big parchment person.
Right, yes.
And I said to her, could she test drive it on some proper parchment paper?
Yes.
And unfortunately, it does show.
OK.
So I'm being totally honest.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
that's what I want to be.
Well,
with
you know what? The genius of what it can do for a newspaper article, an old bus ticket, old memorabilia, old postcards that you want to be able to remove again and still read the back of them. A lot of people buy vintage postcards from, you know, places that they happen when they're on holiday, or vintage stores or second-hand stores or whatever. What a brilliant way of bringing all of those together for new projects. And also, I think the genius thing about this is that you can take it off again safely, knowing that you're not going to damage those precious articles, memories, photographs. You know, like, show us again, you in the paper. Go on, show us again with your hand.
Do I have to?
Yeah. Go on, show us again.
Oh, go on then.
The glue, by the way, the photo glue is limited stock. Come on, point. Show us which one you are.
On that one.
There, low with the body hat.
But I tell you what, pass me that big album of my dad's a minute.
Yes. Yeah.
So here we go. This is where, live TV, I'm going to show you something.
All right.
OK, we find these photos.
Are you in there as well?
It's all in here.
Yeah.
Look how you can open this up. There's so many spaces to put photographs in here. Right, I'm going to fold this back a minute just so I can show you.
Yeah.
Right, lovely old picture of my dad.
Yeah.
In this was in the King's birthday parade.
Yeah, OK.
King's birthday parade, OK? Yeah. Now, if I pull this one back very carefully, because I've used photo glue, I feel quite confident about this.
Yeah. Limited
even though it's live TV.
Yeah.
Can you see on the back? My dad has written on the back of this. That's his handwriting. But I am not jeopardising that because I am storing it in the correct way.
Because that's as much the memory, isn't it?
It is
his handwriting.
It is.
The photo glue, thank you, Dawn, thank you so much.
And I'm going to pop it back down quickly,
yes,
if
please
that's
do.
OK.
No, please do. And I'll just share with you, unfortunately, not so good news, is that has sold out and gone. We will speak to the team and see if we can bring that back at some stage in the future. I'm sure we will be able to. Sooner the better, I have to say. Right, the large memory albums kit, remember, that's the focus of this show as well, is making these incredible memory albums. They are just superb. Half of the stock now of the brown and the ivory sold out and gone. Remember as well just how special they are. I mean, Dawn's been very, very generous sharing her family memories and even there's a little girl in a...
Yeah, OK, we won't talk about that one.
But it's wonderful. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, I can... Yeah. I've got a couple of... when I was in the paper a couple of times, long before being in telly and all of that kind of stuff. But they're proud moments, aren't they? Keep them. Share them. That's wonderful. It's wonderful to share things like that. I have to say as well, we've got a member of the family whose, you know, memory is, say, like a lot of people, memory is sadly fading, and it's quite nice because we have to keep bringing out things that are familiar so we can provoke memories, and we can go back and say, tell me about this photo because that's you, you know, and her former husband, etc., etc. It can actually be a really nice sort of aid memoir for someone whose memory isn't quite as sharp as it used to be. And it's a nice way of having that conversation with them. In fact, even get them involved in the making of these albums as well. That'd be really special to do, because then you have the memory even beyond then of saying, I remember when me and Nan sat down and made these together. That's a memory in itself, isn't it, really? Which is so, so lovely. Oh, blimey, I'm getting emotional now. Right, OK, Dawn, save me before I start welling.
But also, the nice thing is you're giving a gift of time.
Yes, you are.
Your time.
Yeah.
And our time is very precious these days.
Isn't
so
it
I
just?
think that makes it a very good keepsake.
Yeah, you're so right.
Right,
Stop
let's look at these.
You're starting me off again.
Yeah, right, let's look at the pages.
Yes.
So we've got our beautiful album, okay, with our hinge already in it. Now, in the kit, you've got everything you need. So for the pages, you're not even going to do any cutting. Do you know that, Derek? No cutting.
That's true, actually.
I've kept it so simple.
You've just scored, haven't you?
We're going to just score. So
Yeah.
you've got your pages. We're going to make 8, and they're all going to be the same. So I'm just referring to my chart. So I'm going to do my score line at 6 centimetres and 26 centimetres. And you're going to do that for 8 pages, Derek. Really, really simple. And you know what I'm going to tell you to do?
Burnish, burnish, burnish.
Yes.
Every step of the way. Even the glue. See, this is, you know, I say we learn something new in every single show. Burnishing where you've actually applied glue, I'd never even thought about before, but it makes so much sense. Burnishing when you've put red liner tape down, never done that before. I'm there with my finger going along it.
You just think it should do, yeah. Exactly.
And you end up with little hills in it and all sorts of other things. If you burnish it, you eliminate that straight away. If you want the acid and lignin-free red liner tape, by the way, you're not going to find a better bundle than the one on the show today. 30 metres of 369 and 12 millimetre, which will last you, let's just say it's safe to say, a long, long time. Well, enough to make a few of these album kits over and over again, I'm sure, actually, because you'll get a little bit attached to doing these, I'm sure. I want to do it myself now. I really do.
So what I've done is I've done the 2 score lines and burnished them.
Yeah.
And I'm just attaching some red liner tape. Now you can go in with, this is going to be a pocket. I would recommend using either 3mm or the 6mm, Derek, for that.
Yeah.
So I've put my tape on where the pocket's going to go, and I am going to do my burnishing. So this is going to be the pocket of the page, and that's the flap. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to make 8 of these, but you don't want to watch me make 8. But let's show you how they. Let me show you how they go in the album.
Yeah.
So this again, I've kept it simple.
Yeah.
So you've got your red liner tape on here. That's not a problem. With the design, the pocket always goes towards the hinge.
Okay.
I haven't sealed this down because I haven't decorated it yet.
Okay.
Okay, and I will share. We don't do it in this show. We'll do it in next show. I'm going to lay my book down. You'll have that nice gap, top and bottom, okay? You're going to release your red liner tape, okay, which gets a bit electric. Just confirm that you're happy with where your page is.
Yeah, and I know it's difficult to see on camera because it's the dark brown on brown,
I'm
but
holding that down.
trust that Dawn's doing it right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then you're just going to push that hinge over. And you know what I'm going to tell you?
Burnish again.
Burnish again. To attach the next page, you're going to remove your red liner tape again. I've got another page here ready, and I'm going to add some EVA glue because I don't want to add all red liner tape.
Yeah.
So again, with the precision, I'm going around the edge. Doesn't matter if the edge isn't straight. Like my wiggly lines, could you see them? And I like to do a little squiggle in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's as much glue as you're going to need.
Okay.
Which you might think, oh, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
But trust me, it's fine. Because it's the quality of the glue.
Yes. And because the paper's acid and lignin free, so is the glue as well. So you've got the combination of the two.
Yes, everything. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I've taken my red liner tape backing off here, this is going to be the last piece you put down.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold this piece in my hand. I'm going to start by lining up this part of the page.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just lining it up. I've got my hand on this piece here ready. So I'm lining it all up.
Because you've got the wiggle room that end, but not the other.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So just run your fingers so you know it's all where it should be.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just get straight there. I don't want to put my head in camera shot. So when you're happy with where everything is, the last thing you're going to do is let that piece go.
Okay.
And then open it out. And you know what I'm going to say?
Burnish, maybe?
Yeah.
Red Lime and Tape collection's going bonkers, by the way. So if you want it, do grab it, because they're big, big rolls as well. 30-metre rolls. That's equivalent to, what are they normally? They're about 5 metres normally, are they?
I think they're 5 metres, yeah.
So to get 30 in one hit in 4 different sizes, handy, to say the least.
They are indeed. So that is how you're going to attach your pages, and that's as quick as that is.
That's really cool.
Now, because obviously your glue's still dry, and you might look and think, oh, you've got that gap there. My top tip to you is lay that flat, give that a good burnish, and just let it settle like that, because the glue then will set, all right? And that's how easy it is to add the pages to your book.
Do you know, I was just thinking of all the scenarios where you want to make this. I'm just thinking, like, for myself, you've got new arrivals in the family. You've got charting their course. It might be an album per year, or it might be, you might follow stages in their life and embarrass them in the future, like we've done with Dawn and her picture in a Easter bonnet hat. You've got wedding albums, of course, which would be wonderful to do. You know as well, when you get a big family gathering together, actually, what quite often happens these days is everyone leaves a little message if there's a celebration or a get-together. Imagine pre-making this album as pretty much like a blank sheet and saying, just on the way out, just for when we collect all the photos, from social media or whatever, and get them printed out down at the supermarket or whatever, just leave a message in the album anywhere, and then we'll stick your photo near it and whatever. What an amazing, it's like a snapshot in time that you can never have twice.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what makes these so special. Bear in mind with these kits as well, and this is the large set, so in the new colourway, which is the brown and ivory, you can go for a large, which makes 4, and you can either go for portrait, for landscape, 2 or 1, 2 or the other, 3 or 1, 1 or the other. It's completely and utterly up to you. You've got all the materials there to be able to do the whole lot. Now, you also get full written instructions, but Dawn, coming down the line as well, will be some video tutorial as well that we can unlock via you.
Can,
because
yes.
you designed this, didn't you, entirely?
Yes, I did, yeah.
So where are we going to be able to find that?
So you'll find that over on my Dawn's Inspirations website.
Okay.
But I will share it when it's live over on the Pink Frog Facebook page, which is Pink Frog Inspirations.
Okay.
And also on my Facebook page.
Which is?
Dawn's Inspirations.
Dawn's Inspirations. Right, we'll all get following that after the show. Well, unless you've got your phone in your hand right now. Dawn's Inspirations. Go and find it.
Right, I'm just putting together quickly. You can see how quick this is.
Yeah.
The portrait version.
OK, right, brilliant.
OK, because I want to show you again with the portrait style. For the portrait, your pages are identical, Derek. You're not doing anything any different.
Oh, OK, all the way through.
So that is identical, OK?
Oh, so they're back-to-backing identical elements.
Yes, so that's your landscape.
Yeah.
This is your portrait.
Right.
In your instructions, you will cut your covers differently from your A4.
Of course.
That is absolutely what you are going to do.
Yeah.
And you are still going to cut your hinge system as well from a card blank, because it keeps everything the same. However, the hinge system is taller. So again, the measurements, everything is there in the school guide. I've not left you high and dry.
Good, good, good.
But let me just put this in, because I want to show you the difference with adding your pages to the portrait.
OK,
and
just
what...
let you know we've got about 3 minutes in total.
Right, OK, no pressure there then, Derek. No pressure there, don't worry about it.
I should have probably told you a while ago.
Now,
maybe.
the other thing I want to say to you is, you've been watching me put the landscape and portrait in the large style together here.
Yes.
It's exactly the same for the small.
Brilliant.
It's no difference. OK, so you haven't got to worry, oh, is that going to be totally different? No, it's not. It's just as easy as that. Now, the only thing with the portrait version is got my pages already done. Now, you will notice with the portrait, you want to be able to open it up and open that flap up. Okay. So this time, what you're going to do is you're not going to butt your page right up to that seam.
Okay. Yeah.
What I want you to do is you've got your tape on the edge, and this is the 9mm tape. This is where the 9mm comes in difference to the 12mm.
Okay.
I would always recommend 9mm for the portrait.
Yeah.
That's why the set of all of them is just so useful. So I've taken my tape off. Saw how easy that was.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're just going to take your time to line up your page against that tape. So when you line it up, you can see I've got a gap.
Yes.
So I'm not right on that edge. So when I'm looking at my book, and if I bring the poppy one in here just to show you, this is the small version.
Yeah.
Can you see you can still open up because the flap is slightly different?
Gotcha. And
can you see that gap that I've got in between?
Yes.
And that's why I've designed it like I have.
Dawn, just very, very quickly before we go, I need to tell you that I'm not sure if we mentioned this before, but we've got the brown and ivory cardstock as well here, which you can find on the website. So again, if you want to make more pages beyond that, or you just want some of that.
Matting and layering.
Yeah, be perfect for that. Now, Dawn, quick teaser for what we're doing at 7 o'clock.
So 7 o'clock, we've got the portrait landscape.
Yes.
I have bought you them before, but things evolve.
They do.
Sneak peek. Oh. Tune in for 7. If you can't tune in for 7, press record, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
New page fold. Oh. Same kit, new page fold.
Don't tell me any more.
No, I'm going to give you all the measurements.
Wonderful.
Brand new.
OK, listen, make sure you're back here for 7 o'clock for that one. Listen, whether you go for the brand new colourway, which is the brown and the ivory, in the large or the medium, you can make 4 albums out of each kit. Remember, the black and the white are in stock as well. There's also the folio kits in the brown and ivory, the 12 by 12s, and the black and white as well. There is so much to go at in this show as well. And if you want foam on a roll, if you want, oh, the photo glue's gone. If you want the red liner, it's all there on the show and on the website as well. Please make sure you come back and join Dawn and more of her pictures in Bonnie hats at 7 o'clock.